Hey everyone, I've got a Dragon's Maze pre-release box opening here. This is an Izzet and Boros pack, and these have been dropping in price lately. I think with all the attention going to Modern Masters, these things, you can have them for around 15 bucks these days, opposed to the 25 or even 20, 25 they've been going for more recently. Also testing a new filter on the camera here, just want to try and get a better color with the fluorescent lights I'm working with. So these come with two semi-random pre-built guild packs here. So one for your Return to Ravnica guild, which is a Izzet, and then one for the Gatecrash guild, which is a Boros. And then you get 4 booster packs as well. So in these you have a chance of getting the guild champion. We'll open the Boros first. And you also get this nice token card that has the guild symbol on it and on the back of it. So inside our first guild pack here, we have the Guild Gate, Molten Primordial, which is a 6/4 for 7 with haste. When Molten Primordial enters the battlefield for each opponent, gain control of up to one target creature that player controls until the end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste until the end of turn. So a cool card to play, mid to late game obviously because of its cost. Mark for Death, Sunhound Guildmage, Boros Elite, and then our commons, Bomber Core, Shielded Passage, Massive Raid, Skynet Legionnaire, great card, Guildscorn Ward, Warmind Infantry, Assault Griffin, Shattering Blow, Tin Street Market, and Dancing Skyjack. And there's our guild card. So on to the Izzet guild pack here. Alright. Guild Gate. So we did get our guild champion mythic here. Niv Mizzet, Draco Genius. It's a 2 generic, 2 blue, 2 red, 5/5 legendary flying creature. And then whenever it deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. So 1 blue, 1 red. Niv Mizzet, Draco Genius deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So great all-around card, and if you're playing this in a pre-release event, to have your legendary in there is a great added bonus. And our uncommons are Blister Coil Weird, Aqua Steed, Gutter Snipe. Commons, Lobster Crew, Downsize, Goblin Electromancer, Pursuit of Flight, Rune Wing, Inspiration. Not a huge fan of that card. It's a high casting cost just for 2. There's probably better ways of drawing 2 cards for Izzet. But maybe not in this block, though, so it could be a solution for you. And certainly you're not going to kick it out of your deck just because it costs 4, especially in a format where drawing cards is a premium. Annihilating Fire, Dispel, Counter Target Instant Spell. Very good card here from RTR. Dynacharge, and Essence Backlash with our Izzet token card there. So very cool so far. Just run into our packs. Look at the uncommons and rare, and I'll pull out all the USA colors here. There's a Bluestone, Boros Drake, Tithe Drinker, Smeltmore Gatekeeper, so you can use that. Steeple Rock, we can use that. Crypt Incursion, Deputy of Acquittals. White and blue, so we don't have Azorius as one of our guild colors here, but you probably want to put it in your pool at least to look at, since it is the 3rd guild you're effectively playing with. Right, Control, Windrake. Morgue Burst is Rakdos card. Showstopper, same way. Uncommon though. Woodlock Crawler is your Demir card. And Putrefy, so this is great. I think this actually completes a playset for me. Not usable here, but certainly a cool card. It destroys target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. Actually, there's a removal card that we just opened up in the Izzet pack, I think. It might have been with the Boros pack. I'll just go back to it really quick so I can finish my thought train here. This is, exile target artifact. It costs 1 less. You don't get to remove a creature, and then they can, but it's still removal. So these kind of cards play very well. Putrefy obviously being uncommon because it's added benefits and different set as well. And then our rare is Render Silent. So absolutely can play that here. And since we already have some counter spells in the pre-release, I think that definitely is a shoo-in. So Putrefy is not. Azorius Guildgate you would throw in there just because you can get the 2 colors of mana that you need. Tip card. So overall, this lends very well to our plans. Now, if you're a beginner and you saw Izzet and Boros and are only picking cards from that guild, you can get yourself in trouble real quick by throwing out those great cards that can definitely be played in the same deck. Dimir Cluestone, Tithe Drinker, Haza Snare Squad, playable. Maze Behemoth, Mind Static. I'm not going to play that, but we'll put it in there just to look. Pilfered Plans, Sinister Possession, Crawl Warrior, Zertod Druid is red and green card. Weekly Reflections is a populate for 1. I've heard people have mixed opinions on this card. I think it's very strong. And if you need a space to fill in your 40 card deck, you certainly put it in there. Especially for a creature-based deck, but this looks like it's going to be more potentially built around the countering and removal aspect, and then some direct damage, maybe, and some creatures. So maybe Populate could come into play. Unflinching Courage is a Selesnya card. Alive and Well, same way. And our third uncommon here is Goblin Test Pilot. 1 blue, 1 red. I'm not a huge fan of the card. It's certainly in our color, so we'll play it. And we have a Voral, which is a Simic card, unplayable here. Dimir Guildgate, and a Rhino token. That's a cool looking token. So halfway through our packs here, not a whole lot of help there on the second one. Maybe the guard is probably the best thing that we can put in there. Just because it helps with their attacking. Uncovered Clues. Put that on top here. Golgari Cluestone, Azorius Cluestone, Hired Torturer, Nivix Cyclops. It's a Izzet card with Defender, so it certainly kind of helps us. Windrake, Clear Path, Fatal Fumes, Weapon Surge, Gatekeepers here, green card, Carnage Gladiator, Rakdos, Warp Physique, Dimir card, Gleam of Battle Boros. This is a whenever a creature you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Enchantment for 6. So late game, but definitely something we can play. And Renegade Krasis is our rare. Simic card here. The only reason it's Simic is because it has the Evolve function on there. I'll read this off. It's 3/2 for 3. That whenever Renegade Krasis evolves, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Azorius Guildgate, so playable again. Centaur token. Alright, last pack here. The 2 guild packs you get have 15 cards in them, including the Guildgate. So you've already got a good basis of 30 cards, so you're going to whittle, whatever you put in from here, you'll take out from there, and probably take out a couple more cards, or a couple to 3 more cards, depending on what it looks like. Uncovered Clues, Golgari Cluestone, Azorius Cluestone, Torturer, Cyclops, Sinister Possession, Maze Glider, Selesnya Cluestone, Clear Path, which is a sorcery card where you destroy target creature with Defender. More of a sideboard card, but everything's in your sideboard here for a sealed event. Thrashing Moss Dog, which is a good creature for Golgari. Or excuse me, yeah. And then you have Far and Away, which is a black and blue card. You have a Gruul Feral Animist here. Goblin Test Pile again. And then you have a Catch and Release, which is a Azorius Boros card. So this fits very well into our plans. For 3 drop sorcery, you gain control of target permanent until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn. And the release portion is a 6-cost sorcery where each player sacrifices an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a land, and a planeswalker. So kind of last resort card there. Simic Guildgate, and a bird token. So out of the cards I've already set aside here, I think the no-nonsense ones were fairly early on, where we're going to want to put the Render Silent in there. You pull out your Guild Gates here. Test Pilots I wouldn't put in. Mind Static I would not put in. Cyclops, it's a defender. I think I just make sure that I had enough attacking creatures available. And then the Clue Stones you could balance in there as well. So you have choices, and I think the Clear Path is more of a, like I said, a sideboard card. You might want to go flying creatures, so you can put a Maze Glider or 2 in there. I think we have 2. Let's see, Azorius Clue Stone goes here. Guildgate. Gleam of Battle I would put in. It's higher cost, but it's something that really helps out your creatures. And you have some other cards that affect with +1/+1 counters, so it would be a benefit. Clear Paths out. I said Windrake. I think flying creatures, you want to try and fit a few of those in there. So we'll put the Glider in there. I never went over this card here. I'll just go over it quickly. Pardon me. Uncovered Clues is a 3-drop sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 instant and/or sorcery cards among them, and put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. So it helps you get to what you need to get to. And in the sealed format, that's probably not a bad card. Wake the Reflections. We only have 1 here. I don't know if I'm going to dedicate a whole spot to it. But this is where you put a token onto the battlefield. It's a copy of a creature token you control. I think I'll just put it in the more likely pile at this point. I said yes to this, and then maybe to this as well. Riot Control, you gain 1 life for each creature your opponent can control, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. This is life gain, and life gain in this format, unless your deck entirely designed around it, it doesn't work entirely too well, so I would leave that out. The Deputy is a 2/2 for 2 with Flash. I think that's in. Steeple Rock, expensive. I think I'd leave it out. And then Gatekeepers. When it enters the battlefield, if you control 2 or more gates, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap, gains haste. It's fairly low cost. You do get a regular creature out of it. We're going to be playing probably 4 Guild Gates, but the chances you're going to actually get 2 in play, I don't know. I'd think about the card. I'm not huge on the gate mechanic, but it's neat to see if it could come into play. So we've got several no's here, like 9 maybes, and even though a few of these are probably maybes as well, 10 of those, but there's definitely some definites in there. So I think you guys get a good idea here what could be coming out of this deck. Luckily, you get a good half hour to go over your cards and build out. I'm not going to finish that up today, but I appreciate you all watching, and thanks for viewing this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll be opening more packs as they come along. Looking forward to M14 when it comes out on, I think, July 19th, July 16th, somewhere in that time frame. So we'll have some boxes of that to open. And looking forward to what they give us for intro packs, pre-release boxes, stuff like that as well. So thanks again for watching.